when we're younger, there is a great desire to have the full spectrum of human experiences. And that's the case for some souls. They need to feel the vibrancy, the intensity in the roller coasters of life before they realize, oh, okay, yeah, I've done this before. And that's fun for a moment. But at some point, the whole riding roller coasters in a theme park gets old. And so they come to a place where things start to open up more and more for them. The key is to, obviously, we can't push people to do what we do, or what we think is right for us, what has worked for us. It's more a matter of holding our alignment and our presence, and our presence as loving parents, so that they can see that no matter what they're choosing, which path they're choosing, they're okay, and they will eventually get to that place. And moment by moment, if they are starting to open and starting to ask those questions, then you'll be there to assist them and to guide them through some of these things, right? So in that sense, has anyone here noticed that despite your children or partners or family not being on this journey that you are on, but because you have been on this journey, they have been more invited or more conducive to opening and evolving and getting on a journey of, can I see a raise of hands? Yeah, so you see, there is something going on, right, with our presence. And that presence has an effect on those around us, sometimes more subtly, and sometimes more subtly, and sometimes a lot more powerfully, right? But we have to let people do what they need to do, and if they ask for support and assistance and guidance, then we give them. But I'm not a huge, personally, I'm not a big proponent of unsolicited guidance. And look, I've done this, a teacher, I know how this is going, I'm in a good place, therefore I'll tell you how it's gonna go for you. That goes a little bit into spiritual authority and supremacy almost, right? And in some ways, it creates a certain level of hierarchy of like better or less than, and I'm right and you're wrong. Kind of, it creates more of a separation. Does that make sense? So how can we bring both our non-dual presence and pure alignment sometimes into some of the simplest things that humans like to experience? And we're there in enjoyment, in observation, how fascinating the human experience is, even if people choose fascinating roller coasters that seemingly are of some sort of value to them and to their lives. Some of these roller coasters are catalysts for awakening, right? Some awakening processes are intrinsic, they come out almost seemingly out of nowhere. Some of us are hardheads like me, and they need an intense human experience in order to be, broken into awakening. That makes sense? That's not easy to look at and watch as a family member or as a parent. It's very challenging. Like, really? Like, we have to do this? And yet, it's both a challenge for you to hold your alignment and stay in a loving state and be available for them no matter what, and how difficult that experience is, that is potentially catalyzing something much greater. Has anyone experienced that in their lives or in the lives of your loved ones? Yes? some of these journeys will still be activated like that. And that's okay. We just learn to be better with it. The stronger you hold your alignment during their process, the dips of these roller coasters, right? The quicker they can move out of them. Have you seen that? Yes, right? They're almost looking like, is there anything stable around me while everything is falling apart? And you are that unwavering light during that process. And that in itself is worth everything that you have been doing.